It all started in January when Mabel made a story post on threat to life. She said, "The threat to my life is getting out of hand, and if anything happened to me, there's just one person to be held responsible, headed to the police station. I think I've had enough. I've been abused mentally and for way too long, and I've had enough." We all thought it was just publicity stunts, despite them unfollowing each other. However, according to Kuti Jules, Mabel has left AY. This was so unbelievable until AY made a post about his marriage of 20 years slipping off his hands. In the 4-paragraph post, it says that they just might be too much to handle concerning the individuals involved, not even when they have a grown-up daughter who has access to social media. Her mental health needs to be protected from saying things she cannot be proud of online. It also went further to say that it's another thing for the parties involved to understand how to appropriate the blames in a space that is designed for most women to always play victims and win. I can tell you for free that no one is completely innocent enough to cast stones. So in a nutshell, it's just saying they both have faults in what's happening, but they won't like to go public about it, as they have a daughter, they have kids together to protect. And he's aware of all the lies that the bloggers are posting about him, and the truth will come out. Well, Mabel replied his post. He said with a post that distance is my response to disrespect. I don't react, I don't argue, I don't dive into drama. I simply remove myself from it. Then Kuti Jules went further to praise Mabel. She's rooting for her because Mabel even used her money to even renovate their house that got burnt last year. Yeah, their house got burnt last year. That cheating is one thing, but the beating was it for her. The audacity of a cheating husband. Who fine girl like Mabel said apart from chronic cheating, una comedian was also beating her. AY, you go cry, Mabel. Cry, tire. See, Mabel. Mabel has been a good wife. I don't know why AY wants to use Ty to play victim. They have been living in separate apartments in the house way before Mabel started dating our fine, educated, successful in-law. In a nutshell, Mabel has moved on. Mabel is dating another man, which according to Kuti Jules, is a politician. She went further to say, imagine AY had his big show on Easter Sunday. Now that same Easter Sunday, where the young, handsome, single APC guy gave Mabel the keys to her new home. Chai, this thing pain Uncle AY. Well, justice for AY. Kuti Jules also went further to say that their marriage has already crashed even before Mabel moved out, because they were already living in a separate apartment even though they were in the same compound, and that she doesn't believe all this nonsense agenda that people are saying that Mabel also cheated. She didn't. You only cheat on someone you are in relationship with and not someone you have broken up with. Stella went further to make an update that 3 beautiful ladies partially fingered in breakup of comedian's marriage. She said the Big Brother star, musician, baby mama, actor's wife, fashion designer, pimping for the comedian and banging the wife. Oh, that's lesbianism per se. Okay, she also went further to drop lots of receipts on about 3 posts that I'll also be posting. Stella went further to allege that Mabel suddenly started keeping late nights. She comes back home 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and she had no apology or story to back up her behavior. On one of those nights, as she stepped in, the laugh maker was waiting for her, and when she came in, he asked her where she was coming from, but she told him that she owed him no explanation, and he raised his voice on her with a threat. She ran outside and she stayed there for a while and made the first post on Instagram that went viral. You remember the threat to life posts? Yes. And the insider alleged that the post went really viral and friends immediately rallied around them to try to salvage the situation. The friend convinced both of them. One of the friends convinced both of them and took them out for dinner to try and make peace. But the dinner went seriously south. While trying to talk, Madame shut down the laugh maker and he quietly left a mini verbal brouhaha. Alleged by Stella, she said another time the laugh maker was seated in the living room waiting for her with their baby on his lap, and she stepped in around 2 a.m. and there they had verbal altercation and words were exchanged. Madame allegedly told him if he seized the car, new one would arrive the next day. Friends rallied round again, and eight peacemakers took the fighting couple to dinner and had a long talk with them. Stella went on to say that after they took them to dinner, they had a long talk with them and they promised them to go watch the Super Eagles at the AFCON if they made it to the final. At dinner with the 8 friends present, peace was reached and both parties apologized to each other and their friends, promised to fly them to the final of AFCON in a private jet if Nigeria made it to finals. Both Madame and the laugh maker excitedly said it would be great to attend. When Nigeria made it to the finals, all plans were made, but Madame did not show up at the airport and did not pick up her phone and was nowhere to be seen. And the friends who had arranged several peace meetings officially backed out of the scenario. Meanwhile, Madame continued with the late nights and allegedly boasted that if she wanted a house in Banana Island, she would get it. She always arrived home with police escorts to pick up things, and laugh maker was spotted always making videos of events as a spectator. She allegedly came and went as she pleased and could not be questioned. On a Monday, 2 weeks ago, she packed her things and said she was leaving and nobody could stop her. Laugh maker's elder sister allegedly tried to talk sense into Madame, but she said that the marriage was no longer the same because his behavior had pushed her to do things that she could not undo. She packed and zoomed off with her friends into and a policeman escorting her to her new destination. She also informed Laugh Maker that she had contacted a lawyer to see to the divorce. The new man is whispered to be someone in government in Lagos State, and it is also alleged that Madame briefly romanced a Big Brother Niger housemate, but the affair ended when the Laugh Maker warned the reality TV star away from his wife or get what's coming from him. Friends who tried to make peace say the blame for the marriage breakup is 50-50. And insiders say that those praying for them to come back as a couple should change their prayer points because things are falling apart and the center cannot hold again. Well, Kuti Jules came out to say, AY, please stop telling bloggers that Neil had an affair with Mabel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a picture of Neil. Well, she also went further to say that Neil asked Mabel out and Mabel told AY about it. That the reason why he asked her out was because he knew that Mabel was being maltreated and she's rich. And so he was feeling she could find solace in him while he could find solace in her money. Kuti went further to diss AY that he will be hating on other entertainers because he's low-key knacking their exes. AY, bring it on. She went further to drop list of the few women that claim to be with AY. We have Ebube, Anika of Big Brother, Juliet Ibrahim, Lillian Esoro, Lillian AF. So that's this is Ebube, this is Anika, this is Juliet Ibrahim, this is Lillian Esoro, and this is Lillian Afe. So Stella went further to drop the DM she got from AY that at one point in this life, are you going to stay away from me and my family? You already did your worst yesterday. Doing all this eye service still will not land you in my good book. Go back to your sponsors. You are obviously a very wicked person. You may have your monitoring spirits and evil spirits everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And we'll continue to bring you the next episode on the AY and Mabel's marriage, separation, and brouhaha. Thanks for watching and listening. See you some other time.